What makes Game of the Year? Is it a breathtaking, action heavy FPS? Maybe it is a good story with some good pacing. Nah, it's farming, baby! In all seriousness, which is none, Harvest Moon's a pretty good game. You fish and farm, milk cows, cut trees, and then party it up with the ladies. Best part is you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. You can do nothing for the entire day. Wow, just like real life, man. And I saw Stardew Valley and was like, I bet that's a farming game. And yep, but I saw the overwhelmingly positive reviews and the combat, and it instantly went into my library. Like Harvest Moon, your grandpa dies and you inherit his farm. The only thing different in Stardew Valley as far as story is concerned is that there's a theme that says working for a corporate environment is pretty soul-sucking and meaningless. You can see here that Georgia isn't really the ideal workplace here. You'll start the game with a bag of parsnips, seeds, and some tools. Your farm's a mess, so it'll take a while to clean up. You usually manage your farm in the morning, which leaves room for other activities like fishing, foraging, mining, combat, and chatting. Fishing's pretty fun. Most games that include fishing usually just have it as a reaction-based game. But in Stardew, not only is it a reaction-based game, but you have to balance a bar. Foraging is pretty much just gathering wood and berries, nothing too special there, and mining is finding ores in the mine, which is usually filled with monsters. I bought the game for its combat, but it's just your typical dungeon crawler. You have swords, hammers, slingshots, but other than stats and swing speed, there's not really much variety here. The monsters don't get too different either. You just walk up to them and click a few times. Instead, you're hanging around the mines to get ores and gems. The dungeon is divided into sections. Each section has a higher chance of spawning a certain ore and gem, so you could revisit a certain floor. For example, Abigail likes amethyst, which usually spawns around floors 50 through 60. You have to manage your activities during the day, so you can make the most money. You can't stay up all night, cause you'll pass out at 2. You also have an energy bar, so you are limited on what you can do. You can eat food and bring it back up, though. To keep things fresh, there are different quests you can do for money, and also the seasons change, so do the crops you plant, so you do have to plan accordingly. You do have a set of skills, which you can also level up. Once you get to a certain point, you can pick a perk that will give you a bonus. For example, in farming, you can pick if you want to make more money from crops, or from animal produce. You could be the vegan farmer you always wanted to be. You could pick whatever bonus suits you. I just picked plants because it's easier to make money from those. Now for the social elements of Stardew Valley. This is the meat of the game, to talk to people and give them gifts. You can raise up their hearts so that they become friends with you. If you want to, you can date and marry them too. Gender doesn't matter. After all, how could I resist Sebastian's luscious emo hair? When you start, you'll receive a quest to talk to all 28 people in town. This quest is somewhat rough because it can be pretty hard to find people. Sebastian here is like me. He lives in his parents' basement playing games and watching sci-fi movies. But eventually you do see everyone. Next is giving them gifts. Find someone you like and start giving them random things. For example, Haley likes flowers, so I started giving her flowers until I saw Leah. She had that really curly hair, and she's an artist. I started giving her flowers, but found out she likes salads. So I buy salads and start handing them out to her. You can only give gifts twice a week, unlike Harvest Moon where you can just spam gifts. Eventually, Leah opens up and tells me she's a struggling artist. Wow, games are getting pretty realistic these days. You can trigger cutscenes, some are pretty cool. My first event with Abigail showed me she's a gamer girl, and we beat a level together. You can also give things that people hate. For example, Leah hates bug meat. I can understand because it kinda looks like wadded gum to me. In order to see how much your friend likes you, you got a little relationship bar in the menu that shows you how many hearts you have. You can also see if people are single or not. See girls? Sebastian is single, so hit him up. This game is pretty addicting, because one time I spent 6 hours straight playing. I have a total of 24 hours playing, and I won't stop at all. I'm not even a third through the game. If you like Harvest Moon, then you'll be happy to know that this game is a complete improvement to the farming game genre. If you like relaxing games in general, then you'll like Stardew Valley, because it makes farming and social mechanics fun, and not like a chore. This is one of the best games of 2016, and I know it might be early to say that, but it would be hard to top this game. If you're still not convinced, people who pirated the game felt guilty and actually bought the game. That says something.